For episode 5 this week, it's 1966. Florida is booming, tourists are pouring in, and my grandparents are flying south from Ohio to see the sunshine, the sand, and yeah, even a mermaid or two. This trip starts off with what may be my grandparents' first flight. Byron and Leta boarded in Cleveland, landed in Tampa, and were ready for a week of warm weather and Florida attractions. I wonder if they considered as they flew the advances in technology that had happened over their lifetime. They were born only about 12 years after the Wright brothers flew at Kitty Hawk. And here they are, middle class, and traveling in style. In 1966, Lyndon B. Johnson was president. Star Trek and Batman both had debuted on TV, and middle-class families were buying color TVs and plane tickets. The first stop, Cypress Gardens, famous for its gardens and its water ski shows. But right away, Grandma and Grandpa stumble onto a group of people digging up treasure.
Under this big W.
Wrong movie, wrong coast. At Cypress Gardens, the ski shows were a mix of athletics and entertainment. Big jumps, amazing acts of balance and coordination, a paraglider, and even some comic relief. And remember, this is several years before Disney World opened. Places like this were the big draw. After the show, Leta and Byron strolled through the gardens with close family friends Andrew and Mabel Jones.
Eyes that say that they will light my way.
While the music you're hearing isn't what was topping the charts in the 1960s, it's what my grandparents always listened to back then. I didn't care much for it growing up, but now it feels like the only fitting soundtrack for these old films. Florida's ports were busy in 1966. That's the USS McNair, a Fletcher-class destroyer from World War II. Much of the bridge is obscured in this shot by the flag of the USS Barracuda, a hunter-killer sub. It was most likely Armed Forces Day, so the decks were open for visitors. Grandpa filmed so many historic boats on this trip, I'll be doing a deep dive into their history in another video. But for now, enjoy the scenes, led off by George Giorgio's diving exhibition boat at Tarpon Springs. In the 1960s, the sponge docks at Tarpon Springs were alive with the sights and sounds of a working waterfront. Greek sponge divers, many of them second or third generation, still set out daily in their small boats, hauling in sponges the old-fashioned way with hooks or by diving deep in heavy suits. And though Tarpon Springs has grown a lot since those days, that same culture still thrives along the docks, where the traditions of diving, food, and family continue to anchor the town's identity. And here is Busch Gardens. Back then, it was mostly gardens and animals. This was long before they began adding thrill rides to the park. The bird show was the highlight. Cockatoos and macaws doing tricks while the trainer worked the crowd. This was Florida before the megaparks. Smaller attractions, big personalities, and more color than the postcards or this film can hold. And thanks to Grandpa's 16mm camera, we can see it all again. Next, it's on to Weeki Wachee Springs. Real women in mermaid tails performing underwater escapades in a glass-walled spring. Perfect smiles even while holding their breath. I'd have loved having one of those submarines when I was a kid. Well, if you made it to the end, thanks for watching. These reels mean a lot to me, and it's been great sharing a little slice of 1966 Florida. If it brought back any memories, drop them in the comments. And if you want more trips back in time, a like and a subscribe keeps the reels turning. Thanks again. We'll see you next time.